Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrich Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shift. Slam. Safe.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Now Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jim.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Against the mic. And watch the leg. Tighten up.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check safety.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it. Check that. Where are they, team?
Now Saquon Barkley. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Check. Watch twist. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Cooper's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Kill. You're not ready.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. After 1, it's 9-0. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with 4th down and 1. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now Gallman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Mariota now. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play in the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I can't believe they even let you.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here we go. Here we go. 46. Let him know. Under.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 13-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Mariota. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards, a first down. Here's Gallman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Gallman, 71 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry
I'm
first?
showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Mariota. Be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And his throw here's incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Mariota. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Exit.
Mariota. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards, a 1st down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Gallman will run it. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. But now it'll be 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
That's not easy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mariota now from the 50. Being chased out left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
1st down.
Check 55, Mike. All day, every day.
This is Gallman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
In your face.
They go play action. Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing, Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go. 47. Check, 47. You must be getting tired.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And Cooper's got a big game going. That's complete again. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Prescott to throw it. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Man left.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Elliott, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Elliott, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. One receiver to the left is Cooper. This is third and goal, and this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A delayed give to Gallman. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Let's go.
To throw is Mariota. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Here's Austin. Oh, look at the juke. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. First and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Tate's got it. Golden Tate's gonna go. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 16 yards, a first down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down, Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. For the men in blue.